Hey guys, Corinne here. Welcome back to my channel. We're just going to call it my channel because I'm having a little bit of a decision fatigue with deciding what to call this channel. Like, it started off with being like flashcard fit and just going about my card deck, explaining how my card deck works and everything. But I don't want to just talk about fitness. Like, there's more to me than just weight loss, right? So today I'm going to be going through uh making a memory card deck. So if you're new to the channel, if you've never been here before, basically I lost 75 pounds using two different systems. The Sidetrack Home Executive system merged with another system called the Beck's Diet for Life. And I combined those two systems together and it helped me train my brain to lose weight and have now capped it off for a year. And it's all with a bunch of index cards. Okay. So, one thing that is happening now is that I'm getting around to year 2 of using these index cards. And I really want to keep going and to start using them for memory keeping. It was funny. My daughter's birthday is coming up, and we couldn't remember what the hell did we do for her birthday last year. And I could actually find it in my index card, and I pulled it out and was like, oh, this is what we did. So the problem, though, right, is as I replace these little memory cards, I'm going to move them to my memory box, which this will all make sense in a minute. But I need new dividers. So to just go, I'll start off, I'll switch the camera around here in a sec, and I'll just explain how the whole system works. But basically, I want to be able to, if you've seen any of those 5-year journals, they have like a page a day for 5 years, and then you can refer back to like your memory keeping for 5 years. That's kind of what I'm trying to achieve with this today. All right, so let's flip her around. I'm out on my deck. You might be able to hear the birds chirping. It's really fun. But I thought it was a great place to sit, cut some index cards, sort of reflect on the day, and yeah, just chill out and do something creative. So here's a quick view from my backyard. So we look up against the trees. You can see here, right? And there's this really lovely cell tower. But my neighbors, they're never home, which is really awesome. It's like their, I don't know, it's like their Airbnb house or something back there. But we're going to just sit here and go through this, okay? So let me explain the card deck system first, just so if you are new and you don't have it, you don't understand the whole system, start here, and then you can fast forward for anyone who does know the system to the right spot. Okay, so this is a box that my daughter made. Okay, so just, be kind. But basically, it's essentially a perpetual planner. So instead of having like a planner book, right? So instead of having like your planner with a monthly spread and you have your weekly spread with like your horizontal lines and everything for the weekly and everything, and then having a daily, you have it all in this little box. And as the day is done, you flip it to the back. So it just keeps flipping and leapfrogging over each other is how it works. Okay. So today's the 8th. I'm going to take these out just for the sake of putting them aside. You can see in mine, I have, this is the 8th, and for 2024, in 2024, we did a sushi lunch and a homemade carrot cake. Okay, I actually remember that carrot cake because I didn't make the carrot small enough that it was like chunks of carrot in the cake. Okay, this card I use for really for my weight loss progress. This card has all been about things I'm proud about myself, or victories basically while losing weight. You can see with the move that end the summer, I just didn't do a great job with this, but you can see like I overcame my fear of flying. That was a huge win. Oh my gosh, back in April on the 8th. Okay. Not drinking while we were at a friend's house. That's another huge win for me. Okay. And then this one was from 2024. I know it says 2025. That was a blooper on my part. This is all 2024. Okay, so like chaperoning a field trip, or no, hold on. This is 2024. Sorry. This one says 2024, but this is all 2025. So this one I need to fill in for his birthday tomorrow. Okay. So I want to keep these in a different place so that I can have these memories going. And what I've been doing for like the previous days is I started writing the date on the side. So it's really easy to tell which year it is, right? And I have also started like color coding them so I can tell really easily, like, okay, 2024 was yellow, maybe 2025 will be blue, you know, and then this one is I'm proud of myself. So that's like a different kind of like a different category. Okay, so I have this really beautiful antique card box, okay, and I actually started doing some of this with a bunch of blank index cards. I was like, oh, this would be a great way to do this, because if you look at those memory journals, a lot of them are, it's just one page a day, right? So you and I may change this, I'm not really sure. The problem is I've already started with them like this, so I may need to change this and put the year here, and then have it be like January 2024, January 2025, January 2026, and like you could have like 10 years on one card basically, right? And then put them all in here, and you can use this little slidey thing. Okay, so I'm not sure yet about that part, but I'm gonna use like what I have, right? Because I don't want to lose these memories, right? So I'm gonna get these in here, and then I did print out. So these are all blanks, and they're gonna replace these memory ones in my card box, so that I still have the daily dividers, but they won't have the memories on them anymore. So I'm gonna cut all these out and put these in here, and then I did print out some extra months. I don't know if I'm going to use these. Now, just a quick thing. I don't like how these cut out because the curve is very hard to cut. So if you download these, I'll put the link below. If you download these from my shop, they're going to be like a rounded corner. And that's on purpose because then they can squish together and you can do one cut. And it makes it just so much faster for cutting. So just want to, you know, give that quick little disclaimer that the ones in my shop do not look like this one exactly. It's more of a, it almost looks more like a file folder. It's like a rectangle and then it comes back down. Okay. All right. So I'm going to pause this video. I don't think you want to watch me. Like, it will cut. Like, I don't think you need to watch me like cut these, right? Do you need me to okay. So I'm going to pause this. I'm going to cut a bunch of these, and then I'll turn the video back on when I start pulling them all together. Okay, so I got everything cut out. I made a huge mess. I don't know if you guys can see the floor in the video. And now I have to dip everything. So we're going to get these ones moved over here, okay? So I'll just start with the 8th because that's what tomorrow is. And then I'll find it in here. And then I'll just put it here, okay? Now, a lot of these are going to be pretty easy. So 9 and 10, I don't have anything for, so I can just snag these right out, right? I don't have anything in between them. Like Sidetrack Home Executives, if you have been thinking about doing this card system, I feel like theirs is a little bit overwhelming in the beginning. So only start with the cards you think you're really going to do. So that's why mine's kind of light, is I've been lately using mine more for affirmations, training my brain, that sort of stuff. So, okay, 13th. So these will stay. And then, because it's the end of the month, so all these go in here. I think we got all the way up to the 29th. Yep. Okay, so it's right here. So this one flips, and then grab out the 30th, and then the 31st. So now they're all in here, right? So August, here's the September. So these are all been flipped because these days have passed in August. So they're all in the September tab, ready to go. And that's what's so great about this is like you kind of, you're doing it as you go. So you don't ever really have to spend a ton of time, with the exception of like the very beginning when you're cutting your cards out. You don't have to spend a lot of time resetting your planner every month. You know, you just make your monthly card and you go. Okay, so now all of these are in here, right? I'm probably gonna add these in here to the back for now, just to give them so they stand up a little bit nicer. But if you end up adding, you know, 365 cards in here, one for each day, and then on here it says like the year, then you can see how this is going to get pretty big. So this one I want to keep next to my bed so that I can do this at night, because this is really more of like a reflecting at night kind of thing for me. And this one I do in the morning, and I actually keep this one out right now. Lately I've been keeping it out on my desk. If I start adding more house cleaning stuff, which I think I'm going to now that we've moved, then I will probably leave it out in the kitchen. But and I may actually have two. Like I may have this one I leave on my desk, and then I may have another one I leave on the kitchen for when I'm doing like house stuff versus like affirmation stuff in the morning, and I'm sitting and meditating and stuff. So that's what does best for me with my business. Like I'm a CEO and of a business, and I think that's what does best for me is sort of compartmentalizing things. So this I do at night next to my bed. This I do in the morning, you know, before the day begins. And then I may make another one, like I said, another deck for when I'm doing like house stuff. So yeah, so there she be. I'll keep you updated. I'll make another video on what I decide to do with all of these. Like I said, some of the ones I've been seeing, it's one card per day, right? So we would end up having to print out 365 of these. So maybe I would just print out all of these, right? And then in here, my printer will actually print on index cards. So I could print all these out, no tabs, but I would print all of them out. So it says like first 2025, 2026, 2027, and so on, going down, right? And then you'd have 365 of them going this way with the month dividing them. And then I would just make a fun little tab that these ones are not going to flip, right? So I would just make a fun little tab that moves throughout the year so you can like know where your spot is. And then these will go in this little box next to my bed. And then these will continue to be for mindset. So let me know in the comments what you think. If you're doing a card deck, are you using it for home tasks, or have you sort of customized it like I have to use it in different ways? So make sure you hit the bell, you know, all the jazz. Make sure you hit the bell so you are notified the next time I create a video, and so the YouTube knows you like this kind of content. And I'll see you next time.